And we are back for part 7 of Kathy Rain 2, resuming right now. So, with the information from Phase, I think we know where we're headed next. The Ranger Station. Personally, I would kind of feel like if I was Kathy Rain, I'd want to go there with someone, because if the bald man is a high-profile drug creator, drug dealer, some scientist or somebody who's experimenting on this, it kind of feels like somebody who might take drastic actions, you know, what with all the murders that have been happening. But let's head over, see what happens.
I know nothing about fish, but I guess nailing it to the friggin' wall must mean it's not a bad catch. Brochures of various outdoor activities around Bear Creek. Nothing here looks very interesting to me at the moment. Overpriced pictures of landmarks I've seen 100 times? No thanks. Complimentary refreshments. I'm not thirsty though.
And we definitely don't want to leave yet.
Looks like an office area. No reason to go in there. Looks like a map of the immediate surroundings here in Bear Creek. Various points of interest are marked out.
Hello there, and welcome to the Bear Creek Ranger Station.
Why aren't you chipper? Cassie, I have a few questions if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all. Happy to help.
Let's start just a little gentle here.
I don't want to ask her about that.
Or we just won't ask her any questions at all.
I don't want to ask her about that.
Really? We can't even, like, a nice icebreaker about the park.
Big fish over there. Who caught it?
Chief Walker, of course. He's a legendary fisherman around here. Biggest largemouth bass caught in over 30 years.
What's in there?
That's Chief Walker's office, but he's not in right now.
So I saw in this brochure that a park ranger called Vic works here. Is that correct?
Sure. Ranger Cooper is one of the rangers assigned to this district.
Ranger Cooper, huh? What's his full name? Can I talk to him?
It's Victor Cooper, but he's off duty right now.
Off duty? For how long? Why?
Oh, shoot! I don't have any of those details.
Well, what about a phone number or an address?
I'm not allowed to give out that information. Sorry. You'll have to run it by the chief.
Well, fine. Let's talk to the chief then.
Oh, double shoot! He's not here on Saturdays. He'll be back on Monday morning.
Well, all right.
Can we get the chief's name and address?
There's this drug dealer I'm pursuing. A woman my age with some kind of facial scars.
Oh, I can't help you there. I haven't seen a person like that.
And also, I don't want to second-guess Kathy Rain. She's been at this a lot more than I have, but I wouldn't necessarily introduce the idea of I'm looking for a drug dealer. That might sound scary or threatening to any random person. However, just saying, hey, have you seen anyone around with some unusual facial scars? That might get the same amount of information without the concern. Gosh. Oh, but Deborah Sinclair, her place was right around here.
So, Deborah Sinclair. Must have been quite a shock, huh?
Yeah, it was horrible. Everyone around here loved Debbie.
Did you know her personally?
I wouldn't say that. I just met her a couple of times. Lovely lady, though. She'll be missed.
Do you know what pyre is?
You mean like a fire?
No, this is an illegal drug.
Oh, I must have missed the memo on that one.
Does the name Rachel Wang mean anything to you?
Nope, sorry.
Do you recognize the name Corey Finnegan? He also goes by the moniker Phase.
Doesn't sound like anyone I know. Sorry.
Some of these things are such an incredible reach.
What do you know about the soothsayer?
Horrific stuff. But I don't know much about the murder that happened here on park grounds. Only senior rangers dealt with that.
And you never heard them say a single word about it.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Well, they're part of the soothsayer's MO, right? I haven't come across one in my private life, though.
What do you know about Jane Doe, the fourth soothsayer victim?
Nothing much, sorry. Besides Debbie, I'm not in the loop on the soothsayer victims.
Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
Nope, I haven't heard of that one.
Someday we're going to be talking to some completely random person. We're going to be like, hey, have you heard of the King of Kings Catholic Church? And be like, oh yeah, I hang out with Rachel Wang there. And then we go to the Azure Sky Motel. We do it 3 times a week.
Do you know the Azure Sky Motel?
Haven't heard of it, sorry.
We're always hanging out with our good friend Tabitha Caldwell also.
Do you know who Tabitha Caldwell is?
No, I don't think so.
I don't want to ask her about that.
All right, do we have any items? The obsidian shard. Oh, I should have started by showing her the brochure.
I came across one of these brochures of yours.
Nice, isn't it? I was the one who came up with the idea. I love community building.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Well, they're part...
Okay, we've heard that.
I don't want to ask her about that.
And this is Cassie somebody. I don't think that we got her last name, but she's not T, or at least we don't think so.
I don't want to ask her about that. I don't want to ask her about that.
Obsidian shard? Hey, this is just going to be the obsidian mirror, isn't it?
Probably a bad idea to show that. It's stolen evidence.
I feel like that's everything we've got for Cassie.
That's all I needed. Thanks.
You're more than welcome. Have a nice day now.
Since I have a better description of both drug dealers now, it's probably worthwhile to return to some of the earlier witnesses.
So the person that I would most want to speak to is Tabitha. Tabitha said that she's been selling a lot more of those obsidian mirrors lately, but it seems to me like she might recognize the picture of the ranger off the brochure or a woman with very prominent facial scars. Do we not have access to that anymore? Tabby's Garden is grayed out.
No point. I saw on the sign that it's closed on Saturdays.
Okay, in that case... I don't feel like... Well, we had the dream about Constance Hill, but I don't feel like we have a lot to go on right there. I suppose since we're already at Bear Creek, I know that we got it on tour motorcycle and all. Okay, I didn't know if Randy might have come back. Yeah, there's not going to be anybody here to talk to. Let's... You know what? Let's start at the bottom of the list. We'll go to Meadows' trailer. I'm sure that she'll want to align my chakra before telling me whether or not she's ever done a reading for a bald man.
I guess she's not home.
Okay, easy enough. Wait, is there... Before we leave, and again, I can see that I'm on the bike, but what if there's something that we can or should do here?
Nah, there's no reason to break into Meadows' trailer.
It's true. I can't think of a legitimate reason, or even an illegitimate one, but just occurred to me. Okay, Meadows will cross off for now. Downtown, we've already talked with FaZe. Sure, we could ask the priest. Did you ever see anybody matching these descriptions?
So, that's the King of Kings. Doesn't look very regal. Hello again, Father.
Welcome back, my child. What can I help you with?
I want to show him the picture first. Did you ever see any of these people?
I don't want to show that to him.
But, Kathy, I really do, though.
I'm looking for a young drug dealer, a woman with facial scars. Ring a bell?
I happen to recall a person like that. A homeless woman whom Ben was helping get back on her feet.
Wow, really?
Yes, about your age. No drug dealer to my knowledge, but she had some sort of scars on the side of her face, yes.
Amazing. Is there anything else you can remember about her?
I'm afraid not. My memory has seen better days, and this was years ago.
Well, is there any more information about her somewhere? Maybe in Ben's records, if he had any.
I suppose I could check, but I would need a name.
Darn. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'm trying to find a park ranger named Victor Cooper. Do you know him?
No, I don't know that person.
The picture would be so much more helpful.
Do you recognize the name Corey Finnegan? He also goes by the moniker FaZe.
That name doesn't sound familiar to me.
I don't want to ask him about that. Do you know who Tabitha Caldwell is?
No, I don't know that woman.
And we know that he won't let us into the rectory. I suppose we could ask him once again, just because?
Forgive my ignorance, but
A rectory, how?
Okay, he's not going to let us in there, though.
I don't want to show that to him. I don't want to show that to him. I don't want to...
Okay. I kind of don't think there's going to be anything else in here.
I don't want to show...
No.
All right, I'm heading back out.
Goodbye, young lady.
Still, it is meaningful that Benedict was in contact with a scarred young woman who matches the description. I also just want to note, one of the things that was covered in the very beginning, sort of like the recap of the previous game, is that Kathy encountered her doppelganger. A young woman who seems kind of similar to Kathy, who's around the same age, but horribly scarred so that people wouldn't necessarily peg that they look the same. I'm just wondering if that's who the scarred woman is. The bald man, I was also thinking, might have been the bald man from the Red Room or whatever, but the ranger doesn't look like that. Oh, Rachel Wang. Yes, you remember all of the women. Rachel Wang had specifically said there were a lot of women hanging out, and none of them stood out immediately, but maybe if we ask about the one with scars.
No answer. No answer.
Well, you never know. Can I push a handwritten note that will mean nothing to her, but seem kind of menacing? I feel like there's not a lot else we can do. Then. Tokens of remembrance. Let me just spacebar this. Mail slot?
Standard issue mail slot. I have the same type back at the office.
I didn't spring for the fancy one.
Nothing but overdue bills. I don't think that's worth tampering with.
It's always possible that she went up onto the roof to... Wait, hold on.
Huh. Aren't those Rachel's?
I was about to say to get some fresh air.
Oh no. Hey there, Rachel.
Oh, it's you. I wonder what went through his mind as he fell. Was he confused? Scared?
This is too blunt. I'm worried about coloring him in as a very empathetic person, because that feels like it might just make her sadder. He was drugged. He may not have even realized what was happening. Is that a good answer in this case? I don't know. He was drugged. Like, you have to carry on. He didn't do it, but then again, she thinks that he was taking the drugs himself. If he didn't know what was going on, is she going to misinterpret that as being a way to resolve her pain? I'm going to go for the top one. No matter what he felt, I'm sure he wouldn't wish the same for you.
Probably. But no matter what he felt, I'm sure he wouldn't wish the same for you.
Of course not. He was such a kind, caring man. And I'll never see him again in this world.
Okay, we're not saying that. You still have the memories. You won't, he's gone, and you need to accept that. I'm worried that she thinks that she doesn't need to accept that. You still have the memories.
You still have the memories.
I do. And they torment me, keeping me up all night. I need to escape. Lord, forgive me.
Don't!
I wonder what went through his mind as he fell. Was he confused? Scared?
Okay, new plan. He was drugged. He may not have even realized what was happening.
He was drugged. He may have not even realized what was happening.
Yes. My poor Eric. Victimized by all those demonic women. And I'll never see him again in this world.
He's gone. You have to accept that. Why do you think you'll see Eric in the afterlife? It is sometimes presented as a doctrine of Christian faith that suicides do not go to heaven. If Eric was a good person who was murdered, he goes to heaven, she doesn't. Does that proc with her? I don't know. I'm trying to work out how to make this person not jump. Let's continue towards empathy. He's gone and you need to accept that.
That's right, you won't. He's gone and you need to accept that.
Yes. Time to face the music. Lord, forgive me.
Have I ever mentioned that a particular weakness that I have in video games is convincing people not to do this? I still like he was drugged because it seemed to galvanize her anger towards the demonic women.
He was drugged.
Yes, and I'll never see him again.
Why do you think you'll see Eric in the afterlife?
Why do you think you'll see Eric in the afterlife?
Because we're supposed to be together. I know it in my heart.
That's true. He did have a fiancé. You were there all along, but he chose all those other women. Boy, be harsher. You said it yourself. Eric was a sinner. You're not. I feel like, I don't know this, but I feel like maybe playing into any teachings that she's had about suicide not being good for the future of your immortal soul.
Are you sure that's God's will? You said it yourself. Eric was a sinner. You're not.
Suicide is a sin. If I defile my soul, we'll be back together again. Lord, forgive me.
I'm really bad at this.
I wonder what...
Evading cops, first try. Convincing young women not to end their life. I'll do anything to get out of this conversation. Oh my God. Okay. What did we want? This.
Yes, and I'll...
This.
Why?
Because...
It would be Sarah. I mean, that was my other strong thought. This, I lost track of my logic here because it's not my logic. The thing is, if he's a sinner and then she commits a sin, they wind up together. You would think that that would be real unpleasant, but whatever. Let's go with this. It would be Sarah, his fiancée.
If Eric would reunite with anyone in death, it would be Sarah.
He did love her. He talked about her all the time.
Yes. Think about it. What started Eric's spiral of destruction? Sarah's death. She's the one he always wanted. Everything he did was to try and distract himself from that fact.
You're right. What am I doing? This can't be God's plan.
It can't. God wants something better for you.
I can't believe I came so close to doing that.
You didn't go through with it, and that's what matters. You need to promise you'll get some help, though.
I will. Promise. I suppose you had some questions for me, though, since you came back here.
Oh, I guess I did. I almost forgot, given everything that just happened.
Okay. What did you want to know?
You sure we don't want to step back and just give this moment a chance to breathe? This is what I came for.
I'm looking for a young woman with some kind of facial scars. Can you recall a person like that?
Oh, yeah. Her. Looked like burn scars to me, but she wore a hood and wasn't facing me, so I couldn't tell for sure.
Wow, really? Tell me more, please.
She was one of Eric's girls, I think. I saw them a few times out of the hallway. A real harpy, that one.
Yeah? Why do you say that?
This is off the record, right? I could get in real trouble for what I'm about to tell you.
Of course, you have my word.
Well, I was really worried about Eric, you know, so I made sure to write down everything he was up to, so I could help him better, and I overheard them talking.
Are you telling me you have a transcript?
Yes.
Well, Rachel, that would be tremendously useful to me.
I realize that. I'm not comfortable giving you all of my notes. Some of them are private, but I can give you a copy of the transcript with the scarred girl.
That would be amazing. Thanks.
Okay, wait here. I'll be right back. Here you go.
Perfect. Thanks, Rachel.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to find a park ranger named Victor Cooper. Do you know him?
No, sorry.
It's so wild to me that she doesn't show the picture. Do any of these people look familiar? Because that's what I would be doing instead of just introducing by a name. Surely I cannot be the only one who might not remember or have ever even heard the name of a person, but if you show me a picture, oh right, this super tall, bald guy, yeah, I see him around all the time.
Do you know Corey Finnegan? He may also go by the name FaZe.
No, I haven't heard that name before.
I don't want to ask her about that. Does the name Tabitha Caldwell mean anything to you?
No, I haven't heard that name before.
Do you recognize the man Vic in this picture? The bald guy, second from the left?
No, sorry.
Okay, that's what I wanted to do with the priest. I know that the priest sees like a lot of people in that line of work, but...
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Foul implements.
I don't want to show that to her.
And this is Rachel Wang. The only other T that I know of is Rose Taylor, or maybe her husband, but Orson Taylor didn't seem very interested in talking about anything. Benedict Townsend is the other T that we've encountered for the notes, but I don't think that he's writing... I don't think his handwriting has improved lately.
I don't want to show that to her.
I think that's it. I feel like the transcript is a lot to have gotten. I haven't looked at this myself, but just in case.
Thanks again for this.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could be helpful.
All right. I need to leave now. Will you be okay?
I will. I think I'd like to be left alone now. I'll go call my pastor.
All right. Take care, Rachel, and, God bless you.
You too, Eileen.
Actually, it's... Never mind. Bye. Oh,
that was so clever. I completely forgot. And I think that we didn't we just talk about this? That she only knows me as Eileen because that was the business card that we slapped into the door. Completely forgot.
January 14th, 1998, 4:15 p.m. Eric and a woman enter the hall through the main doors. I've said it all before. You must have
Faith, I know.
Her cellular phone rings. Hello?
Who is it?
Quiet. What? Don't. I'm coming. The woman appears to hang up. Great. Another fucking episode.
Guess we're not hanging out then.
Oh, fuck off, Eric. Everything isn't about you. She hurries out and slams the door.
That Faith. Huh. Just lovely.
Eric enters his apartment and locks the door. Note: I saw through my mailbox that Eric wore a very nice checkered dress shirt with jeans and his hair was perfect. The woman wore all black with a hood over her head. It looked like she had burn scars. The woman was vile, but they seemed to talk about faith. Have my prayers been answered? Will Eric find Jesus?
I'm just saying that Faith could absolutely just be a name. That's how I would take it. That Faith. Why would, in this context, why would we think that Eric is talking lowercase f Faith?
Rachel seems to think they were talking about Faith, but I think that's actually her name.
A first name is not going to be, well, it might be enough of a name. Let's continue down our path, though. Fewer Neptunes today.
Oh, neat. That was disappointing enough the first time.
I'd also mentioned earlier that I thought that the graffiti said phase. I think it was a combination. I think I was combining in my head the graffiti on the roof in Verdant, for Verdant Street. There was that graffiti on the roof, and even now I'm forgetting what it actually says, but it's FA something. I don't remember. It's like rage or something. And then this one here that just says Zap.
Looks like this place was a party spot. A fire pit for grilling food, but there's nothing but ashes inside.
No women this time.
That red symbol reminds me of Corey's graffiti. Guess this must be some of his handiwork. It's a genuine obsidian scrying mirror.
There's nothing that we should drag onto this, right? Not that I can think of.
That red symbol.
Right. And we can't go up or down on this. And I haven't learned anything else about these scorch marks that would make it this spot.
I already looked here.
Okay. I figured this was a long shot. However, A, let's check everywhere, and B, we did just have a dream about this place. And then this would be back to the library, so I think we're gonna go back to the church first.
Another thing.
Yes?
So, remember that scarred homeless woman we talked about? I think her name is Faith.
Ah, interesting. Give me a moment to check the records. Yes, there was a Faith Cyrene, An apartment was arranged for her at 12 Onyx Row in 1996. No phone number listed.
That's tremendously helpful. Thanks.
You're quite welcome. I sincerely hope she provides the answers you're looking for.
I think that's what we needed. Oh. And I think we go there directly.
All right, I'm heading back out.
Goodbye, young lady.
That's my best lead yet, but it's getting late. I better swing by the office and grab a bite to eat before I check it out. Locked. Guess no one's home.
My next thought is lockpicks, but...
No reason to go up there.
Okay.
No proper bed, but a cell phone. This gal needs to get her priorities straight. Password protected, of course. I'll see if I can crack this later.
I want to see about turning it off.
Various groceries. Nothing out of the ordinary. Huh. That poor thing doesn't put a dent in the god-awful aesthetic of this room. Freshly eaten. Somebody was here recently. Looks barely used. Guess Faith doesn't spend much time here. Pretty decent view of the city from up here. Certainly beats the brick wall outside my office window. I guess she likes to sleep rough.
I very much want to leave. Do we have any other earthly reason to be in here? Not that I can think of. Let's get out of here.
Fuck. That came from the roof.
Okay, so we'll leave. No, we have to go upstairs.
The alley. Watch out.
It's fine. She's just trying to get away. We need to get you to a doctor.
Too late. I won't.
Lucas! No. You're not gonna get away with this. I'm gonna catch you, and I'm gonna kill you.
Come on, kid. Time to get back up.
Lucas?
Who else? Your mother?
Wait, you didn't bleed out?
Passed out from the pain. Didn't bother to check my pulse, did you?
That doesn't... I'm dead, aren't I?
Ha! Yeah, I see how that could make sense. Maybe you cracked your skull on the pavement and this is our last tango. That'd be pretty funny.
No, I can't be fucking dead. I'm supposed to avenge you.
Avenge me? An alcoholic has-been? Wife and kids who loathe him? Please. You should be concerned with whomever is willing to avenge you.
I don't think anyone would do that for me. Anyone alive, that is.
No argument there. You haven't been making friends lately, have you?
I guess not. I'm sorry, Lucas. I should have been there for you.
Why should you? You're too good for that. You're new blood, and I'm just a fossil.
That's not...
Let's not play games, kid. I know you. Afterlife or not, we can't stay here. This place reeks of gasoline. Come on. I know the way.
We really need to follow him.
This city of ours is oblivious and indifferent to what happened here. These boxes must have cushioned the crash. I guess that's why I'm still breathing. The bike is toast. I'm lucky to be alive. I really lost control there, didn't I? Nothing but a big load of trash. I don't need to mess with that.
Boy, emotionally, she has just come all the way back down. What? Wait. Stop.
Just some drain. I have more important things to worry about. Hey, wait up.
I was examining boxes and drains. Give me a second.
What's going on, Lucas?
Oh, that's all I need. Just a couple of more cases. Then I'm riding off into the sunset.
Yeah. Is it that obvious?
Yeah, I know, kid. Time to move on, huh?
So, there's something I need to tell you. Lucas?
Here's Kathy Rain!
What the hell is this? Who said that?
Now, who's got something to say to the one and only badass bitch herself?
I'm tired of being manipulated, Kathy. You've always got some hidden agenda. I've been nothing but a good friend to you, and there's only so much I can take. We were great together at Rain Investigations, and then you had to ruin it all by blaming me when things started to go downhill. That was so unfair, and it really hurt me. Will you ever change?
I'm too scared. Whenever I've been vulnerable, I've been abandoned.
When we were young, you used me and threw me away. That really fucked me up. And now you're doing it again. Have you ever thought about why you're alone? Why everything keeps going to shit?
People like me are just meant to be alone. I'm damaged goods. It's better if you all stay away.
Who are you? And what did you do to my fucking daughter?
I'm right here, Mom. Ready to take out the trash.
Hallelujah!
Uh-oh, somebody's out for blood.
Time to bash some sense into you, bitch. Can't. This is confusing. No. It wasn't me, was it? No. There's
Really?
And then
I don't want to do that.
No. She is not worthy. No. And there's something. And then. Before we. There was. God, what a nightmare. Good girl. Let's go back to sleep. What's that, honey? We got a rat in here?
I am in you now. I know your flesh and your fiery heart. A heart that yearns to be crushed before the immolation takes hold and nothing remains.
This isn't real. I destroyed you. I destroyed the place you came from.
There is no death, only change. I am the limb of man, but you may call me Mr. Burgundy. Now, let the liturgy commence.
It was him, yet it wasn't. He realized that he had to be the one to pass through the threshold. He had to be the one to take responsibility.
Ugh.
Kathy?
Let's not be snarky.
I'd ask if I was dead, but I can tell right away that this place isn't nearly hot enough.
Thank God. Are you okay?
Just peachy. How long was I out?
4 days.
Fuck. What about...
Mildred's okay. Don't worry.
That's a relief. The bike, then?
It was pretty beat up, but Dad fixed it. It's standing out in the parking lot.
But he hates me. Why'd he do that?
I'd be the first to admit that you're not his favorite person, but he happens to love this gal. And I'll tell you, she pouted real bad at him.
You didn't have to do that, E.
You're right. I didn't. But I wanted to. Sometimes people care. Everything doesn't always have to be some cynical tit for tat.
I guess not.
So, I heard about Lucas.
Don't remind me. He wanted to be a team and I turned him down. If I'd had his back that night, maybe he'd still be alive.
Or you'd both be dead. You know better than to blame yourself like this, Kathy.
Maybe so, but it doesn't matter. It's over. I'm finished. This medical bill will be the final nail in my coffin.
What's up with the defeatist attitude, Detective? That's not how we usually solve a case, is it?
You don't really want to help, E. You're just feeling guilty because I got myself hurt.
No, that has nothing to do with it. The soothsayer killed Lucas. He was my friend too. Are we really gonna let this monster get away with what they did to him?
What's this? Dusting off the good old eye for an eye, are you, E?
No, this is about doing the right thing. The soothsayer has to be stopped. Despite our faults, we've always made a great team. And it's time for us to step up. For Lucas. What do you say?
Well, I say we better get some heavy painkillers or we won't get far. I feel like I've been through a grinder.
That's the spirit. Hey, doctor! We've got a girl here in need of some heavy drugs. Stat.
That's the last thing I thought I'd ever hear come out of your mouth.
Good news, we've just invented OxyContin.
I'll go grab some lunch while you guys talk, okay?
Sure. See you in a bitty. All right, lay it on me, Doc. How bad is it?
You've suffered 2 rib fractures and some cuts and bruises, but your most serious condition is what's called a subdural hematoma, a buildup of blood on the surface of the brain.
Oh, fuck. That sounds serious.
It is. Most cases are treated with cranial surgery to drain the blood and alleviate the pressure. However, your hematoma is relatively small, and its location makes surgery a greater risk, so we chose a more conservative approach, managing it with medication and closely monitoring the results.
All right. How has the condition progressed?
We performed an MRI yesterday, and the good news is that the hematoma has shrunk in size. We believe it will heal on its own, but I would advise that you remain here under observation for at least 2 weeks.
That won't fly, Doc. Money is an issue. Can I check myself out and continue the treatment on my own?
Technically, yes. We can prescribe some corticosteroid pills to help manage the symptoms. I wouldn't recommend this course of action, though. You'd have to sign an AMA form.
Against medical advice, yeah. I'm aware of how that works. What risks should I know about?
Well, physical exertion and additional head trauma may exacerbate the injury, resulting in severe headaches, confusion, and loss of consciousness. If you're unlucky, it may even be fatal.
Well, damn. Guess I better take it easy. What about this neck brace thing?
Oh, that's just standard procedure in cases like this. Those x-rays came back clean, so you can safely remove it.
All right, good. Let's get that form then, Doc.
Very well. Oh, and before I forget, there was a young police officer here looking for you. He said he knew you?
Sounds like Josh. Thanks for the heads up. All right, all dolled up and ready to go. Time to get out of this joint. Geez, I'm popular. If I knew I'd get this many visitors, I'd have crashed my bike months ago.
Greetings. It looks like you are feeling better.
Hi. Do I know you?
You don't recognize me. We met at the library a while back.
Oh, right. The librarian guy. No offense, buddy, but, what are you doing in what will soon cease to be my hospital room?
I apologize for barging in. I should properly introduce myself. I am Tom Ward, but you may know me as T.
Oh, you're the guy. You left me all those notes.
Yes. For reasons I cannot explain, I felt that a subtle approach was safer for both of us. However, given what happened to you and your late friend, the stakes are getting too high, so I'd like to propose an alliance.
An alliance? Why? Who are you? Have you been stalking me?
Who I am is not an easy question to answer, but I'll say this. Much like yourself, I have a score to settle with the soothsayer.
That's so? What kind of score?
An immeasurable one. Everything was taken from me. My life was destroyed. I was enslaved.
Enslaved? Were you tied up in a creepy serial killer dungeon, or what?
Not quite. There is a malevolence hiding behind the soothsayer. This evil found me at my lowest point, forcing me into bondage.
Are you saying that the soothsayer is doing the bidding of someone else?
Yes. I also believe that the conjunction tomorrow will be instrumental to their plans.
Huh? What plans? What conjunction?
As for their plans, I don't know for sure, but I'm certain that the murders serve a specific purpose. The conjunction I speak of is when Saturn and Venus meet in the sky. It's the first such occurrence in over 80 years. Some believe that this event is charged with, esoteric potency.
Uh-huh. I think I've heard enough.
You don't believe me. I feared as much. Very well. I will pursue the soothsayer on my own. Perhaps our paths will cross again.
Yeah, you do that. See you, buddy. There was something really off about that guy.
Hey, what'd I miss? Who was that man?
No one, just some creepy weirdo.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. I'm ready to head out. Let's go.
Okie dokie.
So, yeah, That about sums it up.
Wow. What a wild case. What will you do next?
The Chief Ranger should be back now, so I think I'll go talk to him about Cooper.
Yeah. It must be dangerous to confront Cooper himself, though, if he is who you think he is.
Yes. Before I go anywhere near him, I should retrieve Lucas's gun. I wasn't kept under police surveillance at the hospital, so the cops couldn't have found it yet. It must still be somewhere around the crash site.
Then there's Longhorn PI, right? Maybe Lucas left some things behind?
Assuming the cops haven't ransacked the place, yes. But good idea. I should check there sooner rather than later.
How can I help with all of this then?
Well, there's this cell phone that I found in Faith Cyrene's apartment. Passcode protected. Maybe you could do something with that?
You bet. I'll have that cracked in no time.
Great. Guess we have a plan then. Meet up here tonight?
Okie dokie.
Boy, that was a lot. So many thoughts. Among other things, I want to read the notes from T, and of course we've thrown them all out. So T wrote 3 notes. The one that I remember the most clearly is the one that we read the most recently, which was the note about Hannah DeVoe, whatever her last name is, which was really just a description, I realized after the fact, of what kind of poetry Hannah likes to hear. That is something the librarian could have just known off the top. But my memory wasn't the very first note about Pyre being the link between all of the different murder victims. That was something that, prior to talking to Lucas, like, we got that information. No, it was from Art. It was something that we got by way of Eileen. We got from Art by way of Eileen. Eileen was able to uncover that. That is not commonly known. That's something that, as far as we know, Art, Eileen, and Kathy Rain know. The fact that the librarian also knew it, I do not know why Kathy Rain is so quick to just dismiss everything that the librarian said. If this was Kathy Rain 1 and she'd never encountered anything supernatural before, then for sure, this is just random crazy person. But given the contents of that note, it indicates that he does have some information about this, because Pyre is barely even known on the street. It's something that people have heard of, but don't know a lot about. And here's this guy who just randomly happens to be correct that specific exotic street drug happens to connect all of the victims together. And Catherine's like, oh, you're just crazy person. Just get away from me.
Nah, I'll let her sleep in peace.
Let's see if there's... Oh, the answering machine is on.
Hey, it's me, Josh. I heard you woke up and left. I just wanted to let you know that, things don't look good for you with Mr. Longhorn. He had a lot of friends here, and everyone's looking for a scapegoat. I've been trying to keep the guys off your back, but there's only so much I can do. So, yeah, I think it's in your best interest to come to the station voluntarily. It's only a matter of time until there's a warrant with your name on it. Oh, and I'm sorry about what happened before. I was in a bad place. Let's talk and clear the air when we can, okay? Bye.
That doesn't sound good.
Nope. We'll have to crank up the pace. No time to get derailed by the cops.
But wait, don't we have to work with the police to stop the killer?
Eventually, yes, but I know the cops in this town. The only way we'll get those boneheads on our side is if we give them the soothsayer on a silver platter. There can't be a shred of doubt. And after everything that went down with Lucas, the odds aren't in our favor.
I suppose so. We better stick with the case then.
Pinned article. Wasn't there something that I wanted to look up in the phone book? I mean, I wanted to look up Victor Cooper, but I guess we're going to go back to his work site.
Nothing. Guess it's not going to be that easy. Nothing.
Oh, wait. That guy lacks a fixed address. We don't know a name here. I guess we could look up her phone number if we need it later.
No need. I've already got the address to her shop.
All right, and then Rachel.
Nope. No entry. I guess either she hasn't got a phone or she's not in the phone book. No need. I already have her address.
And I think I'll remember it. It seems like the sort of thing that you'd remember. So I think that's everything?
It's the pills I was given for my head injury. Should be taken in case of any sudden headaches or dizziness.
Okay, any known side effects? And then this is the transcript. Yes. All right, let's look. There's nothing in the safe still, right?
Empty.
Okay, before we go, okay, we still don't want the scarf, correct?
Maybe later. Yeah, I figured the room needed some extra groove.
Okay, you just never know what's going to change when suddenly you're fast-forwarded like 4 days. Oh, and let's talk with Eileen, just in case there's anything else.
Can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure. What's up?
Among other things, thank you for all of the help.
The doctor gave you those?
Yep. I meant to take them if my head injury acts up. I don't want to show that to her.
Aren't you working on the case now together, though?
I don't want to show that.
Okay, if you say so.
What's your take on the soothsayer?
They're sick, whoever they are. I don't want to understand them. I just want to stop them from hurting any more people.
So, Deborah Sinclair, how do you think she ended up crossing paths with the soothsayer?
I don't know, but the cabin had no signs of a break-in, right? She probably trusted her killer.
Most likely, yeah.
It does lead back towards that ranger. If you see these rangers, like, don't be afraid of them, whatever it is that the brochure says.
What do you think about Jane Doe, the burned woman?
Oh, what an agonizing death. It makes me wonder if the soothsayer had some kind of personal vendetta against her.
It's possible. The other murders were relatively quick and clean in comparison, weren't they?
Yeah, quite a risk too, right? Doing it in a public place and everything?
Good point. Seems like an escalation. But then again, most serial killers grow bolder with each kill, don't they?
I guess so. In any case, learning Jane Doe's real identity should be key.
Agreed. What's your theory on the deacon?
Reverend Winters said that he set up Faith Cyrene with an apartment, right? Well, she probably got close to him just like Eric and then had him killed.
The question is how? It clearly looked like suicide by hanging.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I can't imagine how that could happen to a devout Christian like the deacon.
What do you think happened to Eric Holloway?
From what we learned from Rachel, Faith Cyrene had her claws in him, didn't she?
Yeah. Eric was murdered on a roof too, just like Lucas. Everything points to Faith as the culprit. Any thoughts on the first victim, Rose Taylor?
Not sure, but that affair that she had with an angstrom patient sounds suspicious, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising if this lover of hers was involved in her death. What's your take on Rachel Wang, Eric's neighbor?
From what I know about her, she seems like a really troubled person. I hope she can get the help she needs.
How do you think Tabitha Caldwell fits into the case?
Hard to say, but everything we have on her is circumstantial, right? So she could easily be innocent in all of this.
I guess so, yeah. What are your thoughts on the Ingstrom patient that Rose had a relationship with?
Well, I'd say it's an odd coincidence if it has nothing to do with her murder.
Agreed. Let's hope we can get to the bottom of who this mystery patient is soon.
It is an interesting story, but I personally don't see the connection between those two things. Rose Taylor had an affair with a patient. Rose Taylor got fired. The patient was, I believe, transferred to a different facility, if I remember from Kathy Rain's mom, and then discharged permanently. I don't see why that patient would then have a reason to kill Rose Taylor unless she was attempting to continue the relationship or refusing to continue the relationship when the patient still wanted it. But we don't know. We don't have that information. And it's certainly something worth looking into, but absent more details, it seems like here's why Rachel Taylor was staying at the motel, not why she was murdered.
What's your opinion on that Phase guy?
Well, drug addicts aren't the most reliable witnesses, are they? We should probably take some of the things he told you with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that might be for the best. What do you think about Victor Cooper?
Well, from what you told me, he sounds like a dangerous person. We have to be careful if we decide to go after him.
What are your thoughts on Faith Cyrene?
Well, she must be a ruthless woman, butchering Lucas like that.
I'm guessing it wasn't her first kill. She knew several of the murder victims. And even if she didn't take them out personally, she's gotta be a major accessory.
Probably, yeah. I wonder who's in charge, though. Is Faith Cyrene calling the shots, or is it the ranger guy?
Good question. It could even be someone else entirely. I don't think we know enough to say for sure.
All right, I do believe that's everything there. We've talked with her before. Oh, we can thank her for taking care of Mildred.
How'd you get along with Mildred when I was out?
It was like I never left. She's such a cutie.
Did anyone call for me while I was in the hospital?
Nope, not as far as I know.
Fancy laptop you've got there.
Oh, thanks. It's new.
I feel like everything else is unchanged since we talked to her on the phone.
All right, that's all.
Okie dokie.
All right, and with that quick catch-up and consultation, I think we're going to call it here for episode... What is this, part 7? I think it is. What an eventful episode. Yeah, I have to say that whole thing with Lucas really caught me off guard, and then there was the crash and the level of uncertainty around it. Suddenly Lucas is there. He says, oh, I just passed out from the pain, but also he's not nearly injured enough for somebody who's experienced a gunshot. Kathy Rain grabbing his gun and apparently not only trying to chase after Faith Cyrene, but attempting to shoot the gun while she's doing it. I'm not surprised that she crashed. Faith Cyrene doesn't need to be any sort of fancy motorcycle rider in order to have gotten away from that, because I'm just watching that sequence play out, and even in this art style, it's like, Kathy, your focus is going to be on firing the gun, not on maintaining the trajectory and speed and direction of the bike. It just feels incredibly dangerous, and then we get what we got. It was just a lot to all take in at once. And there we go. There's episode 7. We will see you guys again in the next one.